I'm home.
Oh, good, because I have an important question for you. When the hell are you gonna get a real job? Do you know how far behind we are on our Mog house payments?
When did we start paying rent?
You pay rent? Coupon.
Mog brings income, so do I. It's time you started paying your share of the rent. And don't come back until you have something to show for yourself.
Well, hey everyone. Thanks for joining me for some more Final Fantasy XI. Now, throughout this series, a few different times I've mentioned that I wanted to do a crafting episode, and we are finally not making it up, doing a crafting episode. Now, back in the old days, I always meant to get into crafting, never really touched it too much, so I'm pretty novice to it. I am following a couple of guides. I think today we're going to focus on cooking and fishing. For cooking guide, there's one on FF11 Clupedia by Seatown Woody. Just want to give credit. And then there's one called the Genuine Fishing Guide. I'm not 100% sure who wrote that one, but whoever did, if you're watching, thanks a lot for all your hard work. Cooking, from what I've been told, is a very good one to start with because it's the less cost to get ingredients, to start selling food that people are going to want or need. It's less money that you have to put into the overall craft. Less spending money to make money. So for anyone who hasn't done crafting, and again, I'm no expert, there are plenty of guides for this online. I'm not going to try to flesh them out too much. I'm learning as I go as well. So if you do want to learn more, don't quote me on it, just look at the guides. So what I've done in preparation for this video is I've actually gone ahead and I've capped out our fishing at level 10, cooking at level 10, and I also started working on bonecraft as well. I think we're going to focus primarily on fishing and cooking in this episode. So to my understanding, the cap on your skill can only be raised by doing a quest through the guild. Fortunately, the Fishing Guild is right in front of us, and the Culinarians Guild is also in Windurst as well, in Windurst Waters, in the north side of it, since Windurst Waters is split up into two sections. So, just a quick demonstration here, again, for anyone who might not have done fishing, maybe you're looking to get into it. So, I've got a U fishing rod, nothing special. I've got 23 lugworms. So we're just standing by a body of water here. We're just going to go ahead and click /fish. Fishing these days, I don't know that it brings in a lot of profit like it used to. But I do enjoy it. It's relaxing. So yeah, this comes up. You hit the direction of the arrows. Pretty straightforward. Hit enter once you've got the fish's life meter down. We caught a Q's. We had to do this once for one of our Paladin AF pieces as well, too. We had to go and catch a fish in the Castle Ostroja. So we'll just do another cast here. And sometimes you catch weird stuff, too. Like if you're out in the field, you can catch monsters. You can catch, rusty buckets. There's actually one quest in Bastock. Buckets of Gold, I think it's called. Oh, that time I caught a ripped cap. Sometimes you can even catch gill too, like you'll catch like a single gill on your hook there. Who do you think you are coming up here in our space? This is the Fisherman's Guild, so if you're not going to buy any fish, then get the hell out of here. Oh, I guess we have to join the guild. Okay, let's sign up. Haha, adventurer, are we? I would have been one too if I didn't have to take over the guild after me pappy died. We here ain't like those other fancy guilds. We don't use crystals and we don't make anything, but we support those who work hard making their living by catching fish. Selling rods and bait, passing on info about the hottest fishing spots, that's how we put dinner on the table. Oh yeah, and if you bring in your catch, we'll even measure it and weigh it for you. You need any more info, you just ask me guildmates. Okay, cool, and it looks like we just completed a Records of Eminence bonus there for speaking to the Fisherman Guild Master. and we were awarded a willow fishing rod. Cool. New beginnings. Let's try talking to them again. Are you ready to try your luck at something a little bigger? Go out and catch me a moat carp. Bring one back and I'll give you a new fisherman title. How about that? Okay. So that, I was expecting something a little more challenging, but I guess we are novice level. So we're actually going to head over to Sandoria and try our hands at catching a moat carp there. Okay, we're in northern Sandoria, literally by the moat of Chateau de Oragil. A fun fact, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's actually a quest in Port Sandoria. If you go to the dock where the airship comes in, there's actually two brothers that are fishing non-stop. Like literally, they've been there for 18 years. They don't eat, sleep, do other moving on. Anyways, you can catch moat carp, and you can actually pick one of the brothers and trade them fish. And I think if you trade them some ridiculous number, like 10,000 fish or something stupid, they'll actually give you a, I believe it's a Lushang's fishing rod. And that either is or was one of the best fishing rods in the game. I'm not sure if that's still, if it still is. Again, I didn't get too big into crafting back in the day, and I haven't really kept up. Well, we caught somebody's rusty leggings. I'm actually going to switch up our bait here. So I've got lugworms. I'm going to go ahead and switch to little worms. I usually find with those I catch moat carp. Now, from what I've read on the guide, there is such a thing as fisherman's fatigue. So in the lower levels, there's actually a cap on how many fish you can catch during a day. And I believe that's like a real day, not like a Vanadil day. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on that. Like I said, I'm very new, so I'm definitely open to criticism and correction. Look at that, we caught a moat carp. Now, our skill is capped, so it's not going to go up at this point, but if we didn't have the skill up, every now and then it would go up by like 0.1 points, kind of like how when we're skilling up weapons or magic or attributes, same idea. Fishing does skill up quite a bit slower than the other crafts. I mean, anyone who's done real fishing knows that it takes patience, so seems fitting. Okay, let's head back to the Fishers Guild and we'll hand in this delicious fish. Okay, let's report our success and then we will move on to doing a cooking challenge. I'm thinking with these crafting episodes, I'm just going to get past the novice level here, then do a bunch of crafting off camera, and then we'll pick up again after I've broken a couple more caps. And just, I don't know how many of these we'll do, but, you know, we'll just do one every now and then. And if you want to see more of these videos, please, by all means, let me know. If, you know, you're enjoying kind of seeing me learning this as I go, I can definitely look into doing more of these videos if people like them. Looks mighty delicious. I think you're ready for the title of recruit. If you got the rocks, you might want to try fairy fishing. You are now recognized as a recruit of the Fisherman's Guild. Go us. So I believe, yep, our fishing skill is no longer capped. So we're still at level 10, but it's no longer in the blue, meaning we can raise it up to, I believe, 20? Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Okay, let's move on to Windurst Waters, and we will do the cooking quest next, so we can get to recruit level. Okay, we're jogging over to the Culinarians Guild now. One good thing that the guide points out, the Seatown Woody cooking guide, is making sure that you take note of which NPCs sell what goods. There's obviously the guild that sells certain goods. There's some NPCs that you'll see in marketplaces, like I think of the market stands in southern Sandoria, for example. Windurst and Sandoria are apparently the best places to go to buy cooking materials. Whoa, that was a little trippy. But with getting your ingredients, some NPCs might not be selling depending on who controls what region. So you might run to an NPC in, let's say, the Southern Sandoria marketplace that's selling exactly what you need. And then a few days later, they might not be selling anything at all. Cooking is as much an art as music and painting. Can your taste buds appreciate the full value of our works of art? I like things that are yummy, so I'm going to say yes. I've primarily been doing 3 items to get myself to level 10 on cooking. There's carrot broth, which is an item that can be used to summon a Beastmaster pet. There's hard-boiled eggs, and there's also orange juice as well. So let's see what items they have here that we could use. So it looks like they've got Sandorian carrots, so we'll buy a stack of those. You need 4 of those and a water crystal to make carrot broth. It looks like they've got bird eggs as well too. But do they have distilled water? I plan to do some extensive notes as I build up crafting just so that I'm actually knowing where to go so I can quickly get materials. All I want to do at this point right now is just do a quick little demonstration of the crafting process. Fishing doesn't use crystals, as the person at the guild said. So simply click on the crystals and it'll bring up, so we're using a water crystal. We're going to go down to the materials that we need. 4 carrots. And let's go ahead and try this out. So when you actually get into crafting, these crystals actually have a use other than selling them or trading them for rank points for missions. Okay, there we go. So we got a jug of carrot broth, which summons Hair Familiar for a Beastmaster, level 23. Had that craft failed, the crystal would have actually shattered. And sometimes you get your ingredients back, sometimes you don't. So had I come a little more prepared, we could have made some other stuff like a hard-boiled egg or orange juice, but I think you folks get the idea. Some of you watching have probably done this before as well too. So let's go talk to the NPCs here and see if we can get hooked up with a quest. If you want to enjoy each day, each meal has to be enjoyable too. No matter how good it is for the body, unsavory food just isn't good for the soul. Okay, this person sells stuff too? Oh, this one sells distilled water. Cool, distilled water. And, okay, you know what, I take it back, since that one sells some of the stuff that we need. Let's just buy a few bird eggs here. You never know, maybe the quest item will be a hard-boiled egg. Okay, let's go ahead and try a water crystal. We're going to try... Okay, let's go ahead and do another water crystal here. We're going to do 1 distilled water again. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Important thing, make sure you're using the correct crystal. Again, I'm very new to this, so please bear with me. Don't throw anything at me. I get frightened. So, distilled water and a bird egg and a fire crystal. Let's go ahead and heat this up. Oh, there's actually a little note in the thing. NQ, normal quality synthesis, Mr. Pierso. Well, there we go. We made a hard-boiled egg. HP plus 10, MP plus 10. Okay. Cool. So we did another cooking thing. Let's chat with this person, see if they're the one we need to talk to. Here we sell items from the various guild masters and also exchange crafter points for your convenience. Sorry, we don't allow amateur... Okay, so I'm too small time. I get it. This person? Oh, I like it. They're actually like moving... Oh, they're actually like flipping peppers. That's cool. I love it when they get the NPCs, and that one's like working on some dough too, and then wiping sweat. Gross. Excuse my ill manners, but I've got my hands full. If there's something you want, ask the master chef. Huh? Have I met you before? This is the Culinarians Guild. As you can guess, it is an association for professional cooks. Here we go. So now we sign up. Well, it's done then. Lately, a lot of adventurers have been signing up to learn. Here, study a little crystal synthesis with this. To put it simply, crystals are solidified energy. Crystal synthesis utilizes that energy to cook individual ingredients into a finished dish. It's not enough to make a campfire. You need a crystal. But it's not as easy as it looks. If the cook can't visualize the finished product properly, he could fail, wasting all the ingredients in the process. So you need to gain as much practice as possible. Only the cook who understands the very essence of his ingredients can make truly exquisite cuisine. Start with the basics. and gradually build yourself up. You need the recipes. Your fellow guildsmen can tell you how to make delicacies from all around the world. There's also Google, FF11clopedia. Okay, so he gave me a fire crystal. That's cool. It's about time you moved on to the next culinarian level. Here then, whip me up a salmon sub sandwich. Well, I've never made one of those before. If it tastes good and is presented well, I'll teach you some new cooking techniques. So for a salmon sub, we need an earth crystal. We need crying mustard, black bread, apple vinegar, lethane cabbage, smoked salmon, and a mithrin tomato. Okay, so I was able to get the smoked salmon, the crying mustard, and the lethane cabbage. All I need now is apple vinegar, mithrin tomato, and black bread. So let's see if they've got... Now you can see some of these items here, they won't sell it to us unless we're a higher level. So you've got to kind of prove your way through here. So I'm looking through here. It doesn't look like they have any of the items we need. Let's try this person again. Let's see. Rye flour. Dorian flour. Oh, it looks like they've got the apple vinegar. We'll go ahead and pick up a few of those. So that's another item scratched off our list. So now we just need the black bread and the mithrin tomatoes. It looks like they aren't selling us the mithrin tomatoes. Maybe we're not a high enough rank for that one. And I don't see black bread, unless it's further down. No, I don't see black bread. Okay, so we'll just see if there's an alternate NPC we can buy that off of, and I'll just click on the item on the guide and see where it suggests we go next. Okay, we're running into the Lion Springs Tavern in southern Sandoria. One of the merchants in here should sell us the black bread that we need for the sandwich. Yep, there it is. Black bread, and doesn't look like they sell mithrin tomatoes. So that's the last thing we need, are the tomatoes. So I'm going to look that up on the guide and see where we can get those. Okay, so the last item we need to get are the mithrin tomatoes. Now, I'm getting 3 of each just in case we fail making the first sandwich. We're back in Windurst. Now, there's a few different options. There's regional merchants that will only sell depending which region is in control. So let's just look at who's kind of the top dog here right now. It looks like Windurst is in first place, Bastock's in second, Sandoria is in third. It just says in the top right there. Okay, we're looking for an NPC called Fomina, and it looks like we found her. Standing out here with no counter, no boxes, no nothing, and is selling produce. Okay, so we've got the mithrin tomatoes. So, again, as I work on this craft, I will be taking notes of these NPCs and what they sell, so that I know exactly where I need to go to get the fresh produce. Having successfully gone out and collected their ingredients all on their own, our contestants are now ready to embark on their first trial. Alright, chefs, this is your first assignment. This is your chance to show the Culinarian Guild of Windurst that you are not a complete fuck-up. You need to make a salmon sub. You've collected your ingredients. Get out there and make me a damn sandwich. Yes, chef! Okay. Our first real cooking assignment. Let's do it. Earth crystal. We've got black bread. Some crunchy lethane cabbage. Some delicious seasoned smoked salmon. Salmon. Mithrin tomato. Crying mustard. Apple vinegar. Alright. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Don't screw this up. The time's running out. Are our chefs ready with their prepared dish? Make it with love. Make it with love. Aw yeah! Salmon sub sandwich, lightly glazed with some mustard. And seasoned with love. Well, considering this is the first time that I, Mr. Pierso, have ever made myself a sandwich, I'm pretty impressed. So, I hope Chef will be impressed too. Here you go, Chef. I made you a sandwich. It's quite well done. I shall acknowledge you as a recruit. Good work, but remember, don't neglect the basics if you want to improve. Thanks, Chef. And to think if my girlfriend hadn't kicked me out of the house today, I would have never experienced this. I can do this. I can be a master chef. I just need a moment. There you have it, folks. That was our first crafting episode. We've got our caps raised for fishing and cooking, so we should be able to level up to a whopping level 20, I believe. And we are considered recruits, which will open up our options for shopping at the guilds. So I'm looking forward to doing some more crafting with you in the future. We'll do one of these every once in a while. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more crafting videos as I learn and get better at it, let me know. If there's enough interest, I can always try to do more of these more often. I was only planning to do them occasionally. Anyways, stay classy, Vanadiel. In the next episode, we will be jumping into some more story content.
So, how did it go?
Still a work in progress, but I brought home sandwiches!
All is forgiven.